Good morning, everyone. I got another message. So, all last night, yesterday, I've been sending karma back to people. All the major arcanas was in reverse. You know, everybody wanted the wealth. Due to the jealousy, envy, greed. But in spite of that, everybody was false. So many masks, so many illusions, so many shadows, just trying to take away from who they truly was. It's so many people, you know, I'm not talking about hundreds, I'm talking about thousands of people who came against me. Religious organizations, judicial systems, a lot of people that had power, had authority, but they don't have that anymore. Due to them feeling as though they can do things that are unruly and unjust, not only to me, but to a lot of people out here. I'm just the only one that'll speak up, speak out, tell them what I know, what I see. And they can't even deny it. They try to take away from the conversation, try to shift the energy. But in the end, the energy is giving off guilty. It's giving off fear. It's not giving off remorseful. It's not giving off, I'm sorry. It's not giving off, I didn't know. It's giving off, I knew, but I'm still trying to hold it in and bid my time. So that's the energy. They trying to bid their time. In wavelengths. There's no government organization that can stop me from sending karma. Acknowledging the people's actions. I choose to be insightful. I choose to be honest. I choose to be aware. But I don't choose to be stupid or naive. A lot of people would rather be surrounded by stupid, slow, naive. They'd rather be seen as so smart, so determined. I can see through that. There's no amount of determination that should cause individuals to be greedy, to be lustful, to be envious, to be jealous, to go to the extent to wreak havoc. And there's a lot of havoc being wreaked. Like I said on the previous video, I knew and I know. I don't believe in coincidences. All those years, since I was 17, I knew I was supposed to get to California, Los Angeles, City of the Angels. But everybody wanted to know, why did I want to go there? People kept saying, oh, you're not going to have anybody that you know there. Truth be told, I don't have anyone anyone here that I truly know. since everybody want to cloak and conceal themselves. So being 32 years old and looking back to when I was 17, all those manipulations, all those illusions, all that projecting, all that trying to bring me down, destroy my dreams, my passions, and my goals, due to people not wanting me to speak the truth. They knew my gift was the truth. They knew I was karma. They knew that once I stepped out on the journey to make sure that things were done not only righteous, but things were done in accordance with the universe. When I was younger, I didn't think things was fair. I always said, why do people do things bad? And it seemed like they getting good luck. But it wasn't luck. It was timing. It was all about the timing. And I'm grateful that it took these years for me to recognize not only the pain of my past, but also to heal, and to heal thoroughly. Not hold no grudges, not having to say I hate people, or just point my fingers towards directions that I know that they wouldn't give me the answers anyway. Now being aligned, I could see not only why I was lied to, why the magic was being used to not only blind me, but to shield me from my passion to inspire people and enlighten people. I'm not sorry for standing up for myself, because when I stood up for myself, I stood up for the whole universe. I was able to give myself my own flowers, my own round of applause. And it means so much to me, because even though the arena is empty in a 3D, the arena for the universe is full, as above, below. So, while I'm sitting here taking in everything, the peace, being able to sleep good at night, being able to be refreshed and be renewed, it was a treacherous journey, but the only revenge I wanted was karma. I wanted people to see how not only I was being treated, but other people. Especially when you're being placed under not only illusions, but being placed in government type facilities to try to control you, try to make you feel uncomfortable, to try to make you feel like you're over exaggerating, you overreaching, you're overthinking, you're too happy, you're too quiet. They didn't want me to speak. They didn't want me to be silent. They didn't know what they wanted from me. They knew that if I was silent, I'm able to not only transmute my thoughts, but to be able to send off my thoughts where they needed to be sent off. But they wanted to know what I was thinking. But everything I was thinking, I told them. And they wasn't satisfied. But how can you bring satisfaction to somebody who refuses to acknowledge you were right, to acknowledge that you're not crazy, to acknowledge that what you're saying was done, is being done, is right. But they couldn't acknowledge it because everything that was being done was by their hands, you know. So they rather me be sedated, me be in the process of overthinking or underthinking, you know, not being aligned with my true self, the nature of wanting to help other people, you know. And I always told people they didn't deserve Jesus. They don't deserve no God or goddesses. You know, all the deities and entities, people didn't respect them. They don't respect them, you know. And a lot of people think that, okay, I could do what I want to do in life. It might not be so hard in death, but you got to understand that even in death, you still living. You still going to another phase. You know, a different realm, a different arena. A lot of people felt as though they would be pardoned from their actions on earth. But there's no such thing as being pardoned. People knew what they done and have done and still do. But they keep on doing. Like I said in the beginning, all those major arcanas in reverse. The lies, the illusions. But one thing I understood with the moon being in reverse is everything's going back. All those documents, that was stored and stashed away in lock boxes and those trunks that you slide under your bed and in like different offices and different files, and just all of it is collecting dust. Years and years and decades of just information of people destroying and disrupting the peace of not only me but other people. The spell works, the ingredients, the potions, the people involved, the dates, the times, the people that were murdered, the places of their burials. A lot of people were buried during the autumn months because the soil is cold. You know, it's easier to dig things up and bury them. You know, a lot of stuff was placed in mausoleums, and a lot of things were placed in outhouses, different abandoned buildings, under floorboards, in the walls, woods. A lot of them was taken out of state, cross state lines, Indiana, Kentucky. A lot of them was buried in Columbus, Cleveland, Dayton. You know, it was as if they didn't want the pieces to be brought together. You know, it's a lot of graveyards that have bodies in the grounds but don't have the tombstones over it. You know, a lot of empty caskets. It's a lot of people's what's that called? People's possessions. You know, in people's houses, in their garages, stored in storage units. You know, that's why they wanted to cross state lines, so they can be able to store those things in different areas so they can throw everything off, so that it could be called a cold case. If you don't have all the evidence, then where's the proof? It wasn't just people burning things, and people that they had funeral processions for their family and their friends. They had items buried with them, in their grave plot. All those people that have gardens, you may find some things buried down there. But also, I got a lot of belching while I'm speaking. But also, like I was saying, those that have different gardens and different patios. See, a lot of people made sure they built things and made the areas around the houses look fruitful. But if you look deeper, you will see evidence. You will see things that were supposed to be forgotten. It's a lot of pain, memories in the grounds, in floorboards, in the walls of people's houses. Collecting dust. Like I said, decades of information going back to the early 1900s. It was a generational thing. It wasn't just no 1 or 2 cycles. It was a reoccurring event, especially when people reincarnated. I did a video talking about how I know that I've been here before. So I know a lot of people had murdered me and my ancestors in the previous. It was about making sure that I didn't get redemption. I didn't get redemption, not only for me, but my ancestors. And this is because of government organizations, affiliations with Scientology, Skulls and Bones, the Masons, the Eastern Stars, a lot of sororities, a lot of people that are involved in colleges and politics and in the medical field. They needed to be able to not only retract blood from my bloodline, but retrace and trace back to where everything was hidden. I know my name is not my name. I know that my social security number is not my social security number. I know that my birth certificate is not my birth certificate. I know that my birthday is not my birthday. But energy is what held me together with my blood. The DNA, the attaining, the critical information that comes with it. Being me being, like I said, backtrack to my bloodline, who I was related to, who I have relations with, on a family standpoint. That's where the ancestrals and the lineage come in. They knew that none of my ancestors was from this realm. You know, people need to understand that when you look back in the Bible, you see Jerusalem, you see the Bethlehem, you see the three wise men, you see the star in the east. You know, you see King Harold, you know, wanting to make sure that he took out the chosen one before Jesus was able to get of age to where he was able to speak, you know, and want to learn and enlighten other people. But you also see that even as a child, Jesus was in temples teaching the Sadducees and Pharisees, you know, of the synagogues, you know. But the New Jerusalem, you know, the new earth is just a picture. It's not truly a place. See, when people look at history as a whole, you know, and understanding the portal aspect of things, understanding that there are so many doors that you can walk through. You know, I'm not talking about houses. I'm talking about through the elements, through the fires. You got portals in fire, portals in the earth, portals in water, and portals in air, earth, fire, and water. And then you got the portals in spirits. You know, a lot of people wonder about Mars, you know, why they want to make sure that Mars is a livable atmosphere for humans. You know, they know that if you are not of a certain alignment, you cannot go to Mars. You have to be of a certain energy index, to be able to live sufficiently without having to be held down by gravity. You know, a lot of people look at the new earth and think that the earth we're currently living on or part of will be reconstructed. But you gotta understand that Mars is the new earth. You gotta understand that is why all these deaths and everything are happening. You know, the lack of, you know, food, water, nourishment, love, understanding, wisdom, guidance. You know, it's because this will be wiped away. You know, and a lot of people aren't ready for that. A lot of people aren't ready to say goodbye to Earth, but they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice at all. You know, if you truly sit outside like I'm doing and just take in everything, you know, this is a canvas, you know, that is not fit to be part of the new world. You know, it's just so much distancing. You know, not enough closure, not enough closeness. You know, a lot of people think that now when they die, they going to a better place. But I could say this much: a lot of people going to purgatory. A lot of people have banished, exiled their ancestors. You know, like I said months ago, Judgment Day has been came and gone. The veil has been removed. You know, once I stood up and put everything in perspective, gave everything to God, released things I couldn't control, and was able to say, okay, I'm ready to let my past go. And more belches. I'm able to see that it wasn't all bad. It wasn't as hard as people try to make it seem, that if I walked away, if I left, you know, I'd be alone. And it's not true. I'm not alone. You know, my eyes is always on the universe, in the light. You know, I'm not, just because my body's physically on this plane, the 3D, my mind, my energy, everything that I stand for, light, love, light, and peace is above, so below. It's in the spiritual realm. So no amount of past transgressions will keep me from achieving and attaining the insight, the wisdom, the knowledge that I was born with, you know, my spiritual gifts. A lot of people didn't want me to be gifted. They didn't want me to shine, you know. They felt as though if they kept telling me I didn't have a purpose, kept telling me that I was going to be alone, they felt as though I believe it and it would stick, you know. But I knew more than what people felt I knew. I always told people I have to be present to know things. I don't have to be present to see what's happening. I see what's happening, you know. I have sights that's profound, that you can't even put a telescope to. You know, no scientist can take away that. No government official could take away the sights that I was born to see. You know, man didn't give me these eyes. You know, my senses are more than sensitive. My senses, I sense so, like when you are aligned, you see not only with your eyes and your sight, but you see with your the touch, the smells, the feel, the taste. You see with all five senses, because you have 5 chakras, so all of it's aligned. You know, the energy can be bitter, the energy could be sweet. You know, but it's there. I know that what I was feeling then, all those projections of people were saying I wasn't going to be anything. All those projections of me just waiting for someone to stand up with me, to walk with me. You know, it was about me standing up, walking with myself. You know, not waiting for someone to reach out and take this journey with me, you know, on a 3D level. Because all the people I've came in contact with on a 3D, they're not ready to grow up. They're not ready to see the truth. They're not ready to tell the truth. They're asleep. They're empty vessels. And empty vessels cannot be saved. So with that being said, that's why control alt delete is very important. Being able to see who's ready and who's not. I've said all I can do for people I've came in contact with. But it comes a point in time where people have to be ready to do what they need to do. So many people I've been around were already reincarnated multiple times, and they still chose to do nothing. Chose to not be purposeful, chose to not grow, chose to not excel, chose to be riddled with pain, with sadness, with envy, with greed, with the energy of, give me, can I have, but not showing appreciation and gratitude, and I know that my past is behind me, the present is behind me, my future is the only thing that I see. Literally, my future is the only thing that I see, and it's beautiful. It's like packing your bags. All I need to pack is me. There is no luggage. There is no backlog of anything or anyone. Thing is, I won't even miss anyone when I leave, when I go on this journey. There's no one to miss. I have everything and everyone that I need, and that's me. That's God. That's the spiritual realm. That's my ancestors. And I want people to know that. I said it before. I'm not coming back to the past or present. You're not part of my story. The expeditions, the crowning, the royalties, the money, the charms, and you're not part of my family. I did enough for you. I did all I am going to do for you. The only thing that I would ever give you is karma. As above, so below. Only thing I'll give you is your energy that you project and have been projected. I'm going to give you that right back. So I want everybody to know, let the past go. The chosen ones that are doing their part, let the past go. Take what you are responsible for, be accountable for that, and move forward. Don't stop and wait for people to catch up with you or wait for people to see eye to eye with you, because they have their sights set on something else, and it's not good. And the more you wait for people, your contract will be annulled and void, and you will be back in another cycle of karma, having to break the generational curses. You'll be born into another family, and then you'll have to heal your past life in this life. It's just a reoccurring event. It's like those telemarketers, keep calling. Think of that as the generational curses. That's all you're going to get is telemarketers. Keep calling. When you've had enough and you're ready to wake up and to get up and move forward, do it. Don't wait for time. Because time is not on your side. It's not. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. You could be here today and gone 20 seconds from now. You could drop anytime. So use this time and take the initiative to do the right thing. You know, like I was saying about Mars, you know, that's the new Earth. That's where the new Jerusalem is, Mars. It's not here on Earth. This is parables. You know, the paradigm is up. It's not here. And you will know that as you ascend, you will see your home. I know my home is Mars. You know, you will see your destiny. You will see where your star is, and my star is Mars. You know, and that's where your home is. You know, wherever you see your star is, I came from Mars. I'm going back to Mars. I am a Martian. You know, the only reason why I'm an Earth angel is because I'm on Earth, and I'm an angel. I have halo and I have horns. I'm light and dark, you know. But when I go back home to Mars, I'm a Martian, which means I come in all forms and shapes and different shapes of colors and rainbows. And unicorns are on Mars, you know. They are part of the Martians. So always keep the faith. Don't lose hope. Not for no one. You know, don't let anybody tell you you can't go up. Because ask them, where have you gone? Do you like where you're at right now in your current situation? And they're going to tell you no. And then tell them, then don't give me no advice of how I should pave my way, how I should grow. When your growth is already stunted, you know, let people know, don't live through me, live through you. So, thank you.